ship.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
How did we get to America? On ships, right? So did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
For yourself, know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night.
What?
As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night.
Right.
The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back.
Right.
Nobody knows.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
What?
For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right, the wisdom of the Lord, man, right, and the wisdom of life is more moving than any emotion, man, right? And that's what the Lord has given us to speak to our people, man, right? And that thing is gonna move you more than anything, man, right? It's gonna move you more than damn weed, right? It's gonna move you more than that damn Hennessy bottle, right? It's gonna sit there and move you more than damn Keisha, Letitia, right? And all these damn heathenistic women, man. Right.
Oh, you're going crazy.
To proclaim these words unto our people and to lift up, our people as a whole, man, right? Because we need it, right? Go to Acts chapter 18, verse 4. Whoever holds you close.
Book of Acts 18 and verse 4.
You know.
And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath.
It said what?
And he
reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath. What's your nationality, sis?
Mexican.
Mexican? You got 2 minutes real quick, both of y'all? Santa Biblia. You got 2 minutes real quick? Right, so on this sign right here, do you see it? Step up here, don't worry about it, right? Do you see yourself on the right-hand side of this sign anywhere? Start from the top, go all the way down. Right, right, so now it says Issachar. Right. Do you know there's a city in Mexico called Issachar?
No, we don't have a city like that because it's the 12 tribus.
It's spelled differently, but there is a city in Mexico. It's called Issachar. And the reason why you understand these different land masses have the names that they do is because the Aztecs, the Mayans, and the Incas, they dwelt within that region, that land mass. Now what you'll come to find out is that the Aztecs, the Mayans, and the Incas, what language did they originally speak before it was Spanish or anything of that nature? What language did they speak?
Nahuatl.
You said what?
Nahuatl.
Now what? Okay, right? And there was also some other language which they spoke right before that. They say dialect? Oh, okay, yeah, right. So, yeah, okay, we're saying the same thing, right? Can you get the Assyrian tablet? Real quick.
Syrian tablet.
Yes. All right, so I want to bring out a piece of history right here, right now, that you can find this in modern day history. It was found within that region of land, right? So whereas though it was written in Hebrew, understand the words that were upon it. Right? So we're going to bring it out in a second, right? But the reason why we're getting to all of this is because we have to understand where we came from, right? There's a reason as to how we got over here in this landmass, right? The Europeans, the so-called white men, or the white woman, they weren't always over here. Right. First started coming over here, what? After Christopher Columbus's voyage in 1492 AD, right? And then after that, they followed up with the successor of Hernan Cortez in 1521 AD. Then they started to colonize and come over here. And then what happened? Mass murdering of our people started to occur, right? You have the Manifest Destiny that was put into effect. You have the Trail of Tears that came about because what? The Native Americans, as well as the Aztecs, Mayans, and Incas, right, were being pushed out of a landmass that once belonged to them.
Right, this is the Los Lones stone in New Mexico. It says the stone is also known as the Los Lones Mystery Stone or Commandment Rock.
Right.
The stone has gained notoriety in the some claim in the inscription is pre-Columbian and therefore proof of early Semitic contact with the Americans.
Right, so this is proof, right, that we were here before the colonizers came over. Right? So that's the first point right there. We already understand that through the different traditions in our heritage and word of mouth that's told from our forefathers and everything like that. Right? But there's proof in that. Right? Go ahead. Read on.
It says,
what was the inscription of it?
the inscription was in Hebrew.
It said what?
The inscription was in Hebrew.
So the people that dwelt over here in this landmass, they spoke Hebrew. You understand? And so now, when we understand that, go to 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse number 24. Right? Who else spoke Hebrew? Right? Because they refer to themselves as the Aztecs, the Mayans, and the Incas, right? Your people, your forefathers, your foremothers, right? Okay? Those will be our uncles and our aunties as well.
It says the Paleo-Hebrew script, which is closely related to the Phoenician script, which is known to scholars by at least 1870.
Right, so there you go, right there. It's literally telling you that it's in Hebrew. So now we're going to link it up with the Bible, right? Because who are the people of the Bible? Who are God's chosen people in the Bible? Y'all know? Who? That's right, the Israelites. What language do the Israelites speak? Exactly. And so the parallel that we're drawing together right now is letting us know that we're God's chosen people.
Right.
Right? And that's through history right there that you just found out in less than about 2 minutes, right? That our people that dwell within this region of land are actually God's chosen people. And the things that we're going through are all for a reason.
Right.
All right? So, yes, we do follow the Bible. That's why I wanted to bring out a scripture. Do y'all follow the Bible? Okay, right. All praises, right? So I want to bring this out for y'all real quick, all right? Go ahead. 2 Corinthians 11:22.
Look at 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
Are they Hebrews?
It said what?
Are they Hebrews?
Right, now this is the Apostle Paul. He's asking a question. He said, are they Hebrews? And guess what? What?
So am I.
He said, so am I. So first and foremost, before you're even an Israelite, you're a Hebrew.
Right.
Why? Because we descend from a man named Edom. Right? And so therefore we took on that name, right? In the contextualized version of being Hebrew. Right, go ahead.
Are they Israelites?
It said what?
Are they Israelites? So am I.
So this is the Apostle Paul saying that I am an Hebrew Israelite. Right, go ahead.
Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I.
Right, we're Hebrew Israelites coming out of the seed line, right? Of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
Okay? Fish it out. Come on, go to Romans 11:1 real quick. Right? So, Paul, he was a Hebrew Israelite. We're going to read what tribe he came from real quick. Oh, okay, yeah, you.
Romans chapter 11 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
I say then, have God cast away his people?
Right?
God
It
forbid.
said what?
God forbid.
Now, this is the New Testament. Paul saying, he said, has God got rid of his people? Has he forsook his people? He said, no. Heck no. Right, go ahead.
For I also am an Israelite.
It said what?
For I also am an Israelite.
And Paul is bringing recognition to the fact that, hey, look, I'm an Israelite and God's still dealing with me on the level that he's dealing with me. Because who was Paul? He was an apostle, what? Unto the Gentiles, right? He sat there and grafted what? Many of our people back into the fold.
Of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Okay, so the reason why I'm bringing this out is because knowing where you come from and knowing who you are, it matters. Because even in the New Testament, we're reading about the fact that what? God hasn't cast off his people.
Right.
He still loves them and deals with them as his favorite people, you understand? Does that make sense? You said we have a church? As far as the actual building, that's something that we're working on right now. We're getting everything sorted out. Execute on that. As far as, okay, yeah, we got the email and everything like that. Okay, cool. Right? So what's your nationality before y'all head out? You said Mexican? What did it say down here? That's right.
There you go.
Hebrew Israelites from the tribe of Issachar. Because what you come from matters more than what you call yourself today. So
Right.
Guess what? You didn't call yourself Mexican. The Spaniards put that label on you.
Right.
Just like they put the label black on us. And they change it every 10 to 15 years. So y'all be Hebrew Israelites from the tribe of Issachar. Alright, family? Be safe out here. Much love, alright?
Thank you, guys.
All praise to the Most High. Right? So, hey, let me get Revelations chapter 12 real quick. Say again. Let me get Revelations chapter 12 real quick. Let's see if we can. Right? We still got Acts 18 to 4. Read that one more time.
Acts 18 and verse 4. And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath and persuaded the Jews and the Greeks.
Yeah, so we out here persuading the Jews and the Greeks, man. Those that know, right? those that know who they are and their heritage and where they come from, right? And those that are ignorant, right? Because they've fallen to the wayside, they've fallen to the snares of the devil, fallen into entrapments of this world, you understand? The rudiments that Satan has set there and put into high power, right? To sit there and keep us caught up in the society, man. Because guess what's going on right now that everybody got their eyes glued to? You got the election, right? So where's you got diversification, or not diversification, right? But a dividing being set up in the land right now, right? Because guess what? You got one audience paying attention to the Diddy situation going on right now, right? You got another audience paying attention to the election, right? And trying to choose whether or not they're gonna vote for damn Trump or Kamala Harris, right? And then you have, hey, guess what? Another selection of people that are keeping their eyes on the things going on throughout the earth according to prophecy. What's your nationality, family, real quick? You got 2 minutes real quick? You want to take a flyer? A piece of paper? Alright? I want to, what verse is that where it says the earth helped the woman? It's Revelations 12 or what?
14 on down.
Fine, you can read verse number
16. 16.
God, read 16.
Revelation chapter 12, upon line 16. And the earth helped the woman.
It said what?
And the earth helped the woman.
You see, the Lord has left different testaments right throughout the earth to help us, man, to encourage and persuade our people, man. Right? We was able to go into a piece of history that the Lord has left behind, right, in order to further prove that what? The people that were originally dwelling in this landmass, hey, guess what? They were of Hebrew descent, man. Right? They spoke of the Hebrew tongue, the holy tongue, man. Right? We used a piece of Hebrew, just one piece of Hebrew, not a piece of Hebrew, a piece of history, man. Right? Just one piece of history, just to sit there and support that. When there's many infallible things that we can also go into that archaeologists, scholars will sit there and credit validity towards, right? So read that one more time.
And the earth helped the woman. And the earth opened her mouth.
Hey, what's going on?
But
You want to take a flight real quick? We got something good, brother. I appreciate it. All right, King, be safe. All right, go ahead. One time.
And the earth helped the woman. And the earth opened her mouth.
Go ahead.
And swallowed up the flood.
It said what?
And swallowed up the flood.
And guess what? What's happening right now, man? The earth is sitting there swallowing up the flood. What is it talking about these other nations, man? Right? What?
Which the dragon cast not of his mouth.
Right, go ahead.
And the dragon was wrought with the woman.
It said what?
And the dragon was wrought with the woman.
Right, you see, and guess what? These other nations, they're wrought because of the different things that are coming to pass against them, man. Right? Because why? Go to Psalm chapter 49, verse number 11. Right, go ahead.
And went to make war.
It said what?
And went to make war.
Go ahead.
With the remnant of her seed.
What? It said what?
With the remnant of her seed.
Right? And guess what? And they make war against us, man. Right? Constantly we're going through warfare on a physical level, but also on a spiritual level. You can drop that, get Ephesians chapter 6. Right? We're constantly going through battles. We're constantly going against strongholds, man. Constantly sitting there warring against the flesh, man. It tells you that in Romans chapter 7 and Romans chapter 8, man. Right? Whether you're going to sit there and give that gasoline to the spirit or you're going to give that gasoline to the flesh, man. The things that are carnal, right? Read that.
Psalms 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
It said what?
That their houses shall continue forever.
Right? They think that their house is going to continue forever. So guess what? Anytime that thought is challenged, hey, Esau want to buck up, man. These other nations want to buck up, man. Right? They want to get down and dirty, man. Right? And sit there and try to stay in place as long as they can. Right? What's going on, family? Right, sisters, real quick. Y'all see us up in the sign? Take a look.
I don't. What is
All right. God's chosen people. All right, you gotta be. Hey, you gotta come back to your nationality these last days. Much greater than black or African American. Right? What's going on, King? All right, you got 2 minutes, real quick. I don't mean to interrupt your day. You gonna take a flight real quick.
We meet somebody real quick.
All right, we God's chosen people, brother. That's all we trying to tell our people. All right, read that one more time from the top.
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Right, go ahead.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
You see that, man? And they sit there and store up all of their riches. They store up their great abundance of things, man, because they expect to pass it down from generation to generation to generation.
Follow that.
What's going on, King? You got 2 minutes for the word of the Lord? Take a flyer. Right? So, hey, they sit there and continue to do all these things for the future, man. Right? You think damn Jim, he wanted to work in a factory all his damn life, all the way up until his retirement and just get a Corvette out of it? Hell no. Right? But he's doing it for his future generations, man. And guess what? Once they sit there and hear again, sister, you got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord?
I'm sorry, I'm running late for
Take
this.
fire. Take fire.
Thank you.
I mean, God shows people, sister, all right? Be safe. Anytime that, hey, guess what? She got. Anytime that thought is challenged, man, right? Or anytime, hey, guess what? These scriptures cut them down, hey, they get upset, right? Turn red in the face, right? They want to sit there and start wreaking havoc, man. Why do you think everything is being turned up at a higher level, man? Right? To where as though everything, we're watching literally modern day lynchings happen on the media constantly, man. Whether it's actual lynchings of our people getting gunned down unjustly, right? Or whether it be damn lynchings of character, right? Because what's going on with damn Diddy Combs, right? And what's going on with all these other celebrities that's about to get ready to fall down with them, man? Right? You got damn Beyonce, you got Jay-Z, right? Whatever, you got one. Yeah, he did. But you know what I'm saying? They put it on public display, right? And let it be known. But you know, hey, they're gonna sit there and make sure that, hey, everybody else, that co-conspirators go down too, right? And I was just looking at something real quick. Can you got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord? You wanna take fire, brother? Piece of paper. All right, can you be safe out here? We love you. Right? So, hey, guess what? These different things, man, it's just setting the stage, man. Just to sit there and continue to diminish our people, man. Right? And to break down our people, man. Right? They just, hey, let me get, go to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
Ephesians chapter 6 upon line 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
Right, go ahead.
but excuse me, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness.
It said what?
Against the rulers of darkness.
Right, go ahead.
Of this world.
I said what?
Of this world.
Right, so you have the rulers of darkness of this world, man. Go to Job chapter 9 and verse number 24 real quick. I want you to read it. It's a point I'm getting to here, right?
Job 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
It said what?
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Those are the people that manipulate the things, that manipulate narratives, that sit there and create a propaganda throughout the earth and put these different things into initiation, man. Right? Hey, you got a question? You got a question?
Yeah.
I don't. No, I'm good.
Thank you.
Right, so at the end of the day, the point that I'm getting to, right, look at Jeffrey Epstein, man. What happened with him? Right, he slid scot-free, right? And they sat there and said, oh yeah, he committed suicide, right? Nobody ever questioned it, they just sat there and threw their hands up and said, all right, whatever, right? What? I know, yeah, right, but I'm saying, when he was on trial, these things weren't brought up. These accusations and different stuff like that wasn't put on media.
And when he was in prison, they let him have like all the luxuries of a celebrity. Like they let him drive himself to the courthouse. You know, a regular prisoner, they had to get chained up and put on the bus. You know,
they gave him certain leniencies, man. Right?
Epstein.
Like they always do, man. Right? For these other nations. Right? For their own people, essentially, man. What happened with Ghislaine Maxwell, the co-conspirator with Jeffrey Epstein, man? Where's she at? Right? Nowhere to be found, man. And you see little to no media coverage about it, man. But guess what? What you're about to see is damn, hey, Diddy Combs, or Diddy Grooms, I should say, right? All over the damn media, man. Right? And all his co-conspirators, just to make us look bad, man. Right? To make our image look bad. And that's why I say it's assassination of a character that's going on right now. It's not just Diddy that's in question. Brother, you got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord? Right, so you gotta understand it's a big war going on right now, man. Right, it's a big war going on right now, and the division that's being set in the land, man. These race wars, they have to come to pass, man. Right, and guess what? Our people are starting to question a lot of things, man. Right? This is a question I just basically asked, man. There's a lot of people's questions that actually pay attention to stuff that's going on. This so-called white man, he did the same thing that they're alleging such and such to be doing, man. But yes, we're the ones that get the media coverage and the shame and different stuff of that nature, man. Right? Go to Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Brother brought it out earlier. Bring it out again. Nobody's justifying the wicked actions that he participated in. Right? We already understand that they signed an oath and an agreement and they got down and dirty with the wickedness that they sat there and got down with. Right? Nobody's justifying any of that. I'm making a point right now. To where as though what? They sit there and throw it under the rug, right? Whenever their people are doing it and everything like that. And guess what? They put it on full blast, man. Right? And why was he able to get away for it for this long, man? Why is it just now coming out? Right? During the time of the election and all these different stuff going on, man. They always go, hey, go hard or go home, man. That's their theology, man. Right? What they believe in. Go ahead and bring that out.
Zechariah 11 and 5.
Bring it out.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
It said what?
And hold themselves not guilty.
Right, go ahead.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord.
It said what?
Blessed be the Lord.
They say, blessed be the Lord, man. Because why? They got away with murder, right? What's up, man? What's going on, sisters? Y'all got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord? He said no. Why he said no? All right, take a look. All right, she got it. All right, what's going on, King? Come out with me real quick. All right, just 2 minutes, real quick. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. Right, y'all see yourself on this sign on the right-hand side? But you don't got to skate off. It's just real quick service. I know you about your business, whatever the case may be. It's cool. You see yourself on the sign right here?
Yeah, we heard.
No?
Thank you.
So nobody calls you Negro or Black or African American? They all fall in the same term. You understand? It's the same thing, right? So, what about West Indian? Any of y'all? Would y'all all identify as Black? Yeah. Okay, it's the point I'm getting to. The reason why I'm asking you this is because it says Judah on this side right here. What does that mean? Hebrews 7:14. What do y'all think this means right here? Right, we're going to read about it real quick in the Bible. Y'all believe in the Bible, right? We're going to read this real quick. Go ahead.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 7 upon line 14.
Yo!
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah. There's facts. There's evidence that can support this. You understand? Who's our Lord? You said what? God? It would be Christ in this context. Right? It said for our Lord sprang out of Judah. And look, that's what I just sat there and said. What? Blacks are from the tribe of Judah. So what does that tell us right there? That Christ is what? Black. You knew that already? Right? So these different things are supported within the Bible. Right? There's many other things that are within the Bible that support the traditions of our people as well. What are some of them? That chain you got around your neck, you got a chain on too, you got to there. Right? But hey, guess what? You know that's a tradition of our people. I'm talking about from days old. That's in the Bible. All right, read that real quick.
Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, and verse number 5.
Bring it out.
Slakia, in verse 10.
Bring it out.
Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels.
Right? It said thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels. Right? What is that talking about? It's talking about brilliance. Right? Because guess what? That's the only thing that you can put between your cheeks that's going to what? Shine or glisten or be like jewels. Go ahead.
Thy neck with chains of gold.
Right? We all rock gold chains. Even ice it out, put the BBS in it, whatever the case may be. Go ahead.
We will make thee borders of gold with studs of silver.
It said what?
We will make thee borders of gold with studs of silver.
And guess what? It's in our spirit and our nature to deck everything out with gold, man. Right? Even we sit there and get earrings or whatever the case may be because it says studs of silver. Right? We try to deck it out to the best of our degree, man. Right? So these traditions are actually found within the Bible. And what we're reading in the Songs of Solomon, this is the writings of Solomon, right? Who was also a king, right? From Israel, who's from the tribe of Judah. So all I'm trying to get to is to let you know that we have a lot more in common with this Bible than a lot of our people think, right? And that our people are actually within this Bible. We just have to start reading about it. You get what I'm saying? That makes sense, right? So we have to understand that we're no longer just Black or African American. These terms that were just put on us are actually much greater than that. That's we're Israelites from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
The reason why we know these different things is because a couple of traditions that I just brought out, but there's also curses that were put on our people specifically Well, do you think we live in blessed or cursed as a nation? Cursed. So there's many depictions, right, in the Bible that tell us of these curses that our people are actually living out modern day.
Right.
Don't you know that single parent households is talked about in the scriptures? That's a curse that was placed on us. And we're the only people that go through that at a vast majority as nations. You understand? So-called white man as a nation in totality, they don't deal with that so much.
Right.
It may be a few of them, right, but it's not all of them. Right? But for the majority, a lot of us come from single parent households. Right? A lot of us got an evil eye towards each other, but we want to shoot it out, you know what I'm saying, over a color, over a street corner. Right? We just gonna read it real quick and we'll let y'all be about your business. Deuteronomy 28:54.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate,
right, used to sit there and be cool with your homies, right, care about them, ask them how the kids doing, whatever the case may be. This is something that was normal. Right, go ahead.
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Right now it's the opposite, man. We don't show that tender love. We don't ask about our man's kids or their wife or whatever the case may be and how they doing. How's everything going? You need anything? Right? You straight on paper? Whatever the case is. We don't do that as a collective, as a nation no more. Right? Go ahead.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
Right? Say he shall have evil eye toward his wife. Right? The wife of his bosom. The woman that's supposed to give him comfort, man. Who's leading in different things like domestic violence, man, or verbal assault and abuse, right? Or their wife or their spouse, man. Right? It's typically our people. Man. Now, just because it doesn't end up getting dealt with or on an institutional level, right, doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Right? A lot of us grew up in households where domestic violence was occurring, but we didn't realize that it was domestic violence. We didn't know until we was down 16, 17 years old that, damn, daddy was tripping. Right? Go ahead.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
So, hey, that's three things that's talked about in that one verse, which is one curse that's been placed upon our people, right? Specifically upon the Israelites. But we understand that that's talking about our people, right? Because it's talking about us leaving our children behind, man. Who's doing that? At a high level, man. It's our people, chiefly. You have the Hispanics as well, and the Native Americans doing the same thing.
That's right.
Because you got our brothers, right? Because at the end of the day, we all one people, right? They come up from Mexico. They sit there and tell their family, hey, look, look out. We'll get y'all up here as soon as possible. They get a job. They start getting comfortable, whatever the case may be. Now they got them a work wife turned into an actual wife. Now they got a whole nother family. And they left their kids behind in Mexico. They ain't never even helped them out. We do the same shit. We go house hopping from one hole to the next. I don't mean to sit there and say it like that, but that's what our people tend to look for. This hoes. Easy woman. Green lights. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be looking for a woman of modesty, man. A woman that can actually build our family up. You know what I'm saying? Pillars of rest. That's what we're supposed to be looking for. Or looking to build up. Sometimes you might not sit there and find a woman that's all the way there. But you gotta help her get there. You feel me? But we gotta start with us first. And how we start with us first is understanding that we what? What's our nationality? You said what? We're we kings, for sure. Right? But what this right here say? Judah, right? Because that's what tribe y'all from. What's your nationality? Read 29:1. Right, y'all said it early, but we're gonna refresh.
Deuteronomy 29 from the top.
Bring it out.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Right, y'all all children of Israel, just as we are, man. We all fall from the seed line of Israel, which is Jacob. You understand? Because his name got changed to Genesis 32. He got a blessing right from the Lord. And his blessing was what? That his name be changed. Right? Because back in the ancient world, names actually meant something. Right? It always had a purpose or a meaning behind it. Right? And Israel is going into what? You said we're kings earlier. Right? Israel goes into being a prince that has power with the Most High God. That's literally what it means in the Hebrew. Right? So we're princes at the end of the day, and kings. We got to get back to that authorship. But how do we get back to it if we just gonna keep walking around calling ourselves niggas, blacks, Hispanics, right? Negroes, right? It ain't gonna happen. They sit there and say, speak whatever you want into existence, right? Manifest it, right? How you gonna sit there and get the things that you want, that the Israelite is supposed to get, but you calling yourself black? You ain't gonna get it.
Right.
You feel me? So it starts with us first. We got to start getting ourselves right and understanding where we come from.
Right.
Right? So y'all brothers, y'all be Israelites, all right, from the tribe of Judah. All right, King? Y'all be safe right here.
Appreciate it.
All right?
All right, y'all.
What's your father?
Love y'all.
What's your father's nationality? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you be from the tribe of Judah as well. I just didn't want to assume. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to just throw it out there and say, he said they were from the tribe of Judah. So yeah, I'm from the tribe of Judah too. You know what I'm saying? Your second? Right, so real quick. Y'all got 1 more minute? Okay, cool. Right, so that's the first step. That's going to help get us towards what getting the kingdom of heaven, right? It's what understanding who we are, understanding our nationality and our heritage, things we got to connect. Right, go to Sirach chapter 17, verse 11. It's an introductory point that I want to make before I get to the actual scripture.
Sirach 17 and verse 11.
Yo, what's going on, King? You want to take a fly real quick? You guys chosen people, brother.
Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for inheritance.
It said what?
The law of life for inheritance.
Yes, so the Lord has given us knowledge, but He's also given us this law, these commandments that is written in the Bible for our heritage. And when you go into that word heritage, what is it talking about? It's talking about your way of life, your traditions, you understand? Because guess what? The Italian man, he has a heritage, right? And they make sure that the children that are born from that lineage, whatever the case may be, receive it. And they know the traditions. They know that, okay, cool, this is what we do. This is the attire that we wear, right? We go and celebrate these holidays, right? We go to this region of land every year, whatever the case may be. They've never lost that. But guess who has lost that? 1538.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, upon line 38.
Yo!
Speak unto the children of Israel.
It said what?
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Which we're doing. Right, go ahead.
And bid them.
It said what?
And bid them.
That word bid in the Hebrew just means to command, right? Or to basically tell them. Right, go ahead.
That they make them fringes.
That they what?
That they make them fringes.
Which is what every brother has on at the bottom of their shirt. It's fringes. Right, go ahead.
In the borders of their garments.
And it's at the very end of our garment. You understand? Whereas though there's no more garment left, so it's at the bottom of it, right?
Throughout their generations.
It said what?
Throughout their generations.
Still populate the earth as people, right? So that's what that's going into. It said throughout their generations, which just means for as long as we continue to populate the earth, which means forever. Right, go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
And that's why you see the ribbon above it, and it's specifically in blue. Why? Because blue is a reference, like I said to the brothers before they walked off. Things in the ancient world, they actually meant something. When you said a specific word or you said a specific name, it actually held weight. So this blue right here, this color is significant. It holds weight. Because why? Not everybody could wear it. You had gold, you had silver, you had purple, you also had blue, which were all royal colors that only the priests and men of stature could actually wear.
That's right.
You wasn't seeing everybody just walking around with damn gold or silver, whatever the case is. Right, go ahead. There's a little more.
Oh, it's lucky.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord,
right, so,
and do them.
Right, so when we look upon the fringes, right, it may not be like intentful, right? You may just happen to look down at your shoes, damn, step to something, you kind of look. All right, let me go ahead and get in the house. The sun's about to go down, right? Sabbath about to begin. Let me go ahead and get ready for the Sabbath, right? So these different things, it has a righteous spirit on it. You know what I'm saying? It's a representation of reminder to keep you in the spirit at all times. You know what I'm saying? To where as though you'll remember the commandments. Just like I said. Can you tell me how many strands are in this one fringe? Okay. How about the whole row? No, you can't tell. That's a representation of the commandments. Alright? But there's 600 actually numerable, right? But you know what I'm saying? That's something that Jake, which is our people, like to sit there and contextualize things as, right? They make to make things seem as possible, right? We dramatize things. We sit there, oh, I'm never gonna get done with this. Well, I'm never gonna be able to do this. Right? But knowing damn well we have every capability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how the fringes represent. You know what I'm saying? It's the representation of commandments. You look down at them and remember, oh damn, I can't deport. You might be at Red Lobster, man, right? Getting dinner, we're looking at the menus. Hey, this is kind of good. Surf and turf. It's only $16.99.
Yeah.
It's on sale. Look down.
Let me get that. Yeah.
You look down. You say, oh, why we even here? Why we in Red Lobster?
Right.
Why we like? You could have gone to Culver's. You could have went wherever, man.
Right.
Right. Let's go to damn Fridays. Why we here? Start questioning things, man. Right. That's what the fringes will make you feel, because it has a righteous spirit upon it that'll always be set for the mind. That makes sense, though. Yeah. Right. So this is a tradition right here. This is a part out here. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we gotta get back to. Calling ourselves Israelites, it don't just mean that, oh, we got a new type. It's cool. It's not what it's not what they basically utilize every 10 to 15 years, right? They sit there and say, we're black, we just run with it, right? Because who was we before we was black? They call us African American, oh yeah, we just ran with it. That term just came about in 1988.
Right.
So that would mean that, I don't mean to ask, but brother, how old are you? 54. That means that you, what, older than your nationality?
Yes.
Tell me how that makes sense.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know? Right? So our nationality and our history, it changes every 10 to 15 years. Why? Because it constantly, when you gotta cover a lie, or when a lie is about to be found out, you gotta cover it up with another lie.
Right.
Or you just gotta come out with the truth. Well, guess what? They don't want to do that. But we're finding it out anyways. We're reading this Bible right here. We're learning about our history no matter what, because why? The Lord has done these things. The Lord is revealing these things to us, man. Go to John chapter 8, verse 32. Start at 31. Said what?
Then said Jesus to those Jews,
Right, so this is Christ speaking. Right, go ahead.
which believed on him,
He said what?
which believed on him.
Believe on Christ, right? So he's speaking to us, right? Because we believe on him. We trust in him. Go ahead.
If ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed.
Right? If we continue following in his word, his commandments, and his statutes, right, then are we students indeed. Right? Because wouldn't you sit there and say you always learning? Right? That's literally my name. Ramad means to learn. Right? We always have to learn continually, which means that we're always students. So the Lord's just confirming that, but he's saying, hey, the only way that you can be a student is if you're following after me. Right, go ahead.
In verse 32, and ye should know the truth.
It said what?
And ye shall know the truth.
And if you continue to follow in Christ, which is Yahushua, that's his true name in the Paleo-Hebrew tongue, right? You know, we don't gotta go too much into it, you know what I'm saying? But that's just to basically get you the true name, right? So now, with understanding that, right? Go ahead and read that one more time.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
We're actually following Christ, right, and being Christ-like, right, which is the true definition of being a Christian, right? Then you'll have the truth revealed unto you. You'll start to sit there and have certain awakenings to things. Right? You start to realize that certain people that were once around in your life, they're not supposed to be there no more. Right? That's when you start to get these levels of discernment added onto you, man. It's through, first and foremost, following this book, following the heritage, right, and the steps that finish that out real quick. I'm gonna get you one last scripture. That's it. Go ahead, read it one more time.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Right? And so the truth will be revealed unto us, and that's what's gonna free us essentially, man. And free us from those bonds, man. These bondages that we're in, the what? The punishment, the slavery that we're in. Right? So, hey, feeling like, for instance, like lust. Right? That's something that takes a lot of our people, you know, into snare, right? It's a stronghold that's on a lot of our people. And some people it may be greed, which is another form of lust, but it's more directive towards just wanting excess, right? Another thing that our people fall susceptible to, what's another stronghold, right? Backbiting, right? Basically, talking behind people's back, right? Gossip. That's basically another form or a stronghold that our people deal with on a high level. But if you're following the Most High God, and following His Son, and the examples that He set, these different things will start to get loosed off you. Why? Because you're actually applying the scripture. You're applying the things that he told you to do.
So what?
Right. Eating the, you know what I'm saying? A lot of our people, they eat pork. But what, or they sit there and eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. And once they start to remove themselves from that, then they start to see clearly. They start to think clearly. You're not thinking about killing and devouring all the damn time, man. Right? You're not thinking about damn drinking alcohol abusively, man. You start to think more moderate in things. You start to actually care about yourself. Right? Bring us up.
Book of 1 Peter 2 verse 21.
Bring it out.
For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us.
It said what?
Christ also suffered for
It
us.
said, for even unto you were called. We didn't choose this. We didn't choose this way of life. It chose us. You understand? And so we have to follow it. Right? This is basically something, if you're a general, right, and you're a damn foot soldier or whatever the case may be, they sit there and give you a commanding instruction, you're gonna abide. You don't say, hold on. Straighten up real quick. Right? Go ahead. Read that one more time from the top.
For even hereunto were ye called.
Right? That's what Christ is basically saying, man. You were called, man. You were called for this service. You were called because why? You're chosen. You're special, man. Right? And the Lord knows that you can do this thing. You feel me? Go ahead.
Because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example.
It said what?
Leaving us an example.
Right? So Christ, he suffered just to sit there and leave that example behind and give us a true chance, right, at salvation. You get me? And so we got to take advantage of that every single chance that we get. You know? Go ahead.
That ye should follow his steps.
That's right, man. So he left an example at the end of the day for us to follow his footsteps. So how do we do that? We have to learn about him first and foremost, right? And put our minds in the same spirit that Christ was thinking in, right? And that's how we'll sit there and get to where we're trying to go, which is the kingdom of heaven, I'm assuming, right, brother? All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, so that's the kingdom of heaven that we all desire at the end of the day. We desire to actually be free as a nation. That's how we're going to get it, is through the keeping of these laws. All right, King?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Thank you so much.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number,
Right.
than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
It said what?
For ye were the fewest of all people.
So the Lord didn't choose us because we were great and abundant in numbers. He chose us, you know what I'm saying, for other reasons. In fact, we were actually the fewest of all the people. Right, go ahead.
But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers.
That's right. And so the Lord is a man about his word. He's very faithful to keep his word. So any prophecy that he has spoke, anything that he has said to our forefathers and said that it would come down into us, hey, he's going to make sure that it comes to pass. That's all that scripture is basically telling us right now. And letting us know that the kingdom of heaven is ours to take as long as we want to take it. All right, King? So you be safe, all right?
Thank you, man.
Great talking to you.
Unless.
All right, so be safe, all right?
I said he ain't gonna make it unless.
That's all praises to the Most High.
Nice check. Nice little insurance check.
Right? So, hey, man, the words of the Lord, they continually go out, man, and they abound that much more, greater and greater every day. Go to Habakkuk chapter 2. Right? Let me see when we get there real quick. Right? So, all praises to the Most High, man. Go back to that in Revelation chapter 12, verse 16 real quick.
The earth
Read it when you get there.
Book of Revelation, chapter 12, upon line 16. And the earth helped the woman.
It said what?
And the earth helped the woman.
Right, go ahead.
And the earth opened her mouth.
It said what?
And the earth opened her mouth.
Right? Go ahead.
And swallowed up the flood.
It said what?
And swallowed up the flood.
Guess what? The earth, hey, and that woman is going to prevail no matter what, man, which is talking about Israel, man. Right? Israel is going to prevail no matter what, man. right? According to the purpose, right, the election that the Lord has set up, man. Those members of that election is going to prevail no matter what, man. Right? And there's nothing that any man could do against it, man. There's nothing that any of these other nations could do against it, man. Right? Though we sit there and go through temporal affliction, like it tells you in 2 Corinthians 4, hey, guess what? There's nothing that they could truly do to kill anything that we're doing, man. The Lord even tells you, man, fear not the man that has power to kill the body, but fear the man that has the power to kill the body and the soul, man, or the spirit. I should bring this out, Habakkuk 2 verse 14.
Habakkuk 2 verse 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge.
It said what?
For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge.
This is what the Lord is doing in these last days, man. He's filling and pumping the earth with knowledge and wisdom on every corner, man. Because guess what? Go to Proverbs 1:21. You got men of the Lord sitting there stepping up on every single corner, man. Every single city, man. We just had a groundbreaking last week in St. Louis, man. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, man. Right? So guess what? This truth is continuing to abound that much more every single day, man. Right? This truth is continuing to get the victory, man. Right? Go ahead.
Of the glory of the Lord. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge.
It said what?
For the earth
shall be filled with the knowledge
of the glory of the Lord.
It said what?
Of the glory of the Lord.
Now read this in Proverbs 1:21.
Proverbs chapter 1 upon line 21.
Bring it out.
She crieth in the chief place.
It said what?
She crieth in the chief place.
And this is how the Lord is waking. Hey sisters, y'all got 2 minutes for the word of the Lord?
Yes.
All right, all praises to the Most High. Real quick, step up. Right, y'all see yourself on this sign right here on the right hand side. Give it a quick look. Start from the top. Take the top. You see yourself on there? Where at? Top, West Indian. All right, what island are you from? Okay. Right. Your grandfather on your father's side? Your mother's side. Your mother's side. So you know, what about your father? What's his nationality? Dominican? All right, cool. What about you, sister? What's your father's nationality? You don't know?
The first one.
The first one? Right, so Negro is just another term for black or African American. Right? When you said Dominican, your father was Dominican. The reason why I'm asking these questions, you got a hoodie on, sis. That's why you got it.
My hair looks right.
Okay. Right? Go to Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. The reason why I'm asking these questions, though, is because of this scripture right here.
Book of Numbers 1 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
It reads thus. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month.
Right, go ahead.
And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
Right, so a pedigree is basically what? Like where you come from, your nationality basically. Right? They said they declared their nationality and their heritage, right? Their lineage, where they came from, right, by the house of their fathers. That's the reason why I asked you, what's your father? You know what I'm saying? Because the man is who carries the seed at the end of the day, and they're the ones that plant. Does that make sense? Right, so now, with understanding that you're, you say you would be a Dominican, right? You say you would be African American or black. The other side, it says Judah, right? Which would fall in line with this, Negro or black. So what do you think Judah means? Okay, real quick. What do you think Simeon means? That's on the other side of Dominican. What do you think Simeon means? You're not sure? Okay, cool. Right, so now this is tribes that are actually out of Israel, right? Which is found within the Bible, which is God's chosen people. You understand? Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Are y'all familiar with slavery? Y'all learned about it a little bit, right? Did y'all know it's in the Bible? Right? The slavery that our forefathers went through is actually found in the Bible. Read it for us. Right, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
It said what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Do y'all know Moses? Right? What did Moses do? He freed. He said what? Yeah, he led his people what? You're not wrong, sister. It's just a little bit more.
Yeah, I know.
You want to hit? Or you want me to tell you? Just say it? Okay. Right? He led his people out of slavery. Right? Which are the Hebrew Israelites. Because Moses, he was a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Levi. Right? Which just means that modern day he would be Haitian. All right. So he led his people out of slavery and captivity. So we're reading about this when Moses is telling the Israelites that the Lord will bring them back into Egypt. What they're hearing is slavery. Hold on, come again and say it again. What you say? Right? Read it one more time.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Right? Everybody's starting to listen now because they don't want to go back to Egypt. If you just got out of slavery, what chance or what world would you want to go back? Right?
No.
None. Right? So everybody's listening now. So go ahead, read it one more time from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right? So just imagine the room. Everybody turning their head and say, what? What do you say? Go ahead.
With
They
ships.
said what?
With ships.
Now they confused. They said with ships. We just walked out of Egypt. Why we need ships to go back? Not understanding that this is a prophecy being spoken by the Lord. That was revealed to Moses.
Right.
Go ahead, read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
It said what?
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Right, so the Lord so the Lord basically said these different things are going to happen according to as I have said it, man. Right? Not according to how any other man has told you, but according to how I said it. Right, go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Now, have we seen our homeland again as a people? Where we from? Outside of America. Where we from? Where's our forefathers from? No. Right, go to Galatians 4. Right, we're going to tell you real quick.
Galatians 4, verse number 26.
Real quick, just to make the point or to reinforce it, if it went over your head. You said going to slavery by way of ships. That's how our ancestors got over here, right or wrong. Got over here by way of ships. Right? So we already understand that point right there, or that point, right, is talking about transatlantic slavery and things that just took place in what, 1521 all the way up to about 1619, right? Not ending really until about 1850 or so. The last ship that actually sailed over here was the flotilla, right? And that was found, I believe, in like 1888 or something like that, or 1880.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free.
It's that what?
But above is free,
right? Jerusalem, which is above, is free. Right? Go ahead, which is what?
which is the mother of us all.
That's the mother of us all. Right? So now we have to understand that when Paul is writing this, he's writing a letter. And if you write a letter to anybody, it has what? To and a from. So it's specifically written to somebody from somebody. And that's the same thing with Paul. He's writing a letter to Israelites, and he's saying that's the motherland of us all. So what is he saying? He's saying that's the motherland of all of us Israelites. Right? Not everybody. Because guess what? Everybody sit there and say, oh yeah, I'm from the motherland. You got the white man, they say, oh yeah, I'm from the motherland. How you from the motherland? Right? But Paul sat there and said that was only to the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So that's our actual homeland. That's where we come from. But we've gone through so many slaveries and captivities that we forgot about it. We don't even know where we're from. We sit there and say, oh yeah, we're from Africa. Not knowing that we was actually enslaved over there in certain parts of Africa. Right? So go back to this. Read it one more time from the top and then finish it all the way out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Slavery again.
With ships.
What's that? What?
With ships.
Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Never seen our home. It's cool, but don't touch me. You understand? Right? We've been taken into slavery. We've been taken into slavery. We've been taken into captivity, right, by way of slave ships. We've never seen our homeland again. A lot of our forefathers haven't even seen their homeland. Because guess what? They'll say, I'm from America. Right? And stand on that. Not knowing that their heritage runs truly way deeper. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
We were sold to our enemies. People that didn't care about us. They wanted to harm us. They wanted to hurt us. They wanted to kill us.
Right.
That's exactly what they did for years upon years. And it's still happening to this day. Don't you think that, what happened to Sonia Madison? Are you familiar with her? Yeah, Sonia Madison, she was 36 years old, right? She had a boiling pot of water. She called the cops and asked for help. She got shot in the face instead. These different things are modern day lynchings. Now you only hear about lynchings in old times and different stuff like that, but they're still going on today. Killing your brother on the corner of a street, right? That's a lynching. You're putting him down in public display. Go ahead, you got it.
Nah, it was an actual lynching, like a real one. couple days ago. Actually, it was a truck driver. I think his name was like Javion or something.
Yeah.
And he got caught in South Carolina, and they ended up hanging him from a tree.
Yeah. They still got these different things going on. You just had a sting as well, the sting operation, which is basically like a raid or something of that nature. Just about 4 years ago, you had a plantation that was still active, where it had a lot of Hispanic and Native Americans on that plantation working, right, for low wages. Had them sign a little, you know what I'm saying, they put a little contract together, which is basically just a screw over, right? Put a little contract together, put it in a fine print that they were basically putting themselves willingly into slavery. And then they couldn't escape because they don't got papers. They don't got their green card information, different stuff like that. So you had this sting operation that took place where you literally had Hispanics, thousands, hundreds of thousands of Hispanics that were literally in slavery just a couple of years ago. So these different things are still going on. So now the thing that I want to pretty much get to is to help you understand that these things are talking about the Bible, but they're talking to the children of Israel. Now, if they're talking to the children of Israel, but yet they fit us, who must we be?
We just gotta go around.
We're the children of Israel.
That's right.
It ain't too hard to really understand when you link up everything that the children of Israel are going through and the things that we're going through. You get me? When we understand that we've been enslaved, we're the only people that's been enslaved, right, by way of slave ships. That tells us right there, and it nips it in the bud, that, okay, these are my people right here. Everybody else got their people, right? Ain't nobody lost nothing. White man ain't lost nothing. The Italian man ain't lost nothing. They still keep their traditions and their heritage. Right? They still keep their holidays and different stuff like that. Right? They get their exempts in school or whatever. How old are y'all? I said, what? 18, so you just got out of school. You still in school? You just got out. Right? So, hey, just a couple of years ago, you know, you might have had a couple of classmates where they had exemptions on certain holidays that they might have celebrated. Not everybody celebrated it, but they had exemptions because those were the holidays they kept. So does that sound like somebody that lost their heritage or their nationality? Or it sounds like somebody that still has it? Still has it. And guess what? That's what all these other nations can say as well. But we're the only people that sit there and say, well, I don't know. I ask you right now, what's your heritage? Throw your hands up. Say, cookout. Somebody might sit there and say, smoke weed. Right? That's not our heritage. We got much greater roots than that. You got to start reading the Bible to get it. But first and foremost, you have to understand that y'all are Israelites, all right, sisters? Right? You be an Israelite from the tribe of Simeon, right? Because you say your father's Dominican, right? So you would actually be an Israelite from the tribe of Simeon. You would be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, right? So these different things we have to understand and get back to, all right, sisters? Right? There's commandments. There's commandments within the Bible that we also have to read about, all right? So y'all have y'all time and different stuff like that. Y'all gotta open up the Bible. Y'all got Bibles? Yeah? You don't got Bible? Right? So when you got your phone, right? I'll say download the Bible. I'll show you which one you can download right now. Right? KJV, Bible. That's the one that right, so hey, you can start reading. Start at Deuteronomy chapter 28. Right? Once you start reading through Deuteronomy chapter 28, you'll understand that there's curses that are talked about. And those curses actually fall in line with a lot of the things that we're going through. Alright? So y'all got the flyer as well. We got the YouTube on there. We got a couple of social media platforms on there as well. So we got podcasts. Not as of yet. It's something that we might put into work. You know what I'm saying? We're still meditating on it. But YouTube, we kind of got classroom environment. We kind of did more informative things. We'll also have videos on there just like this. You know what I'm saying? Talking to our people. You know what I'm saying? Giving back to our people. Alright? So y'all be safe, right? Alright? Alright, much love. What's your nationality before y'all leave out?
African American.
Dominican, sis? What's your nationality? What the Lord call you? You said what?
Wait, you said what the Lord call us?
Yeah. Yeah, you said African American.
Judah.
Israelite.
Right. Yeah.
You're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, sister. And you're an Israelite from the tribe of Simeon. Alright? Y'all remember that? Y'all write that down in your notes. How about that? Write it down in your notes. It's very important.
What we writing?
Israelite.
From the tribe.
So you go and put Israelite.
You can take a picture of this too if you want.
Right, you can take a picture of the sun as well. Right. From Judah. Judah. Right, and you put S-I.
Those boys.
Y'all be around each other a lot?
No, not really.
Not really? Okay. Y'all text each other. So y'all gotta kind of ask each other every week or so. Sis, what's your nationality? Right? And she sit there and get the wrong answer. Hey, you kind of gotta call her up. Right? We gotta go back downtown. Right? They gotta sit there and tell us again. Right? Or just look at the videos, man, or look at the picture on your phone. All right? Don't lose this. Right? We already lost it once. We don't need to lose it again. Right? We gotta keep holding this. This is the only thing we got. Right? All we got is the Most High God. And this is the special key to get to Him. Right? To get close to Him. Reading the scriptures and understanding our heritage. All right? So y'all be safe. All right?
Thank you guys.
Y'all be safe.
You too.
All right, so all praise to the Most High, man. The word is definitely prevailing in these last days. Go back to that.
What's your nationality?
That's the fake Jesus, bro.
I got you.
Wherever they try to have us believe he was the one that was crucified.
Verse 14. So the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord.
How they did
Waters,
Christ, the Son of God.
as the waters cover the sea.
It said what?
As the waters cover the sea.
And the Lord is prevailing the truth, right? As the waters cover the sea, man. As the waters cover the earth, man. The Lord is sitting there bringing in His truth as a great flood. And where do you see it? On all platforms, right? You see men sitting there stepping up on debate platforms and confounding scholars and PhDs, man. Right? And these different things are going on continually throughout the earth, man. Right? We have to continue to stay strong in the spirit and prolong ourselves, right, to the fight. With that, I'm gonna say, come here, Shalom. Come here, Shalom. Come here, Shalom. Come here, Shalom. Come here, Shalom.
With ship! With what? With ship! With what? With ship! How did we get to America? On ships, right? So, did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
For yourself, know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night. What? As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night. Right. The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back. Right. Nobody knows.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right? The wisdom of the Lord, man, right? And the wisdom of life is more moving than any emotion, man, right? And that's what the Lord has given us to speak to our people, man. Right? And that thing is gonna move you more than anything, man. Right? It's gonna move you more than damn weed. Right? It's gonna move you more than that damn Hennessy bottle. Right? It's gonna sit there and move you more than damn Keisha, Letitia, right? And all these damn heathenistic women, man. Right?
Oh, you're going crazy.